Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus calls for accelerating the integrated development of transport system, keeping environment free from negative impacts. Tribunal gives order to start trial by formally framing charges against Mahbubul Alam Hanif and Hassanul Haq Inu for crimes against humanity committed during July mass uprising. National Citizens Party meets with Chief Election Commissioner. The party agrees to take water lily bud as its symbol. Evidence of unlimited corruption and fraud found in electricity purchase agreements under Electricity and Fuel Rapid Supply Enhancement Special Provisions Act enacted in 2010, says National Committee. BNP announces a 9-day program to observe National Revolution and Solidarity Day on November 7. Referendum can take place on the day of national elections or even before. However, it should be left to Government and Election Commission, says Nahid Islam. Next year's Bisho Istema will be held after national elections instead of January for safety reasons, says Religious Affairs Advisor. The final round of Natun Kuri underway. Viewers eagerly waiting to see who will wear the crown of the best in this thrilling battle of talent. U.S. President Donald Trump threatens of military operation in Nigeria over allegations of killing of Christians. And South Africa batting with a victory target of 299 runs against host India in Women's ODI World Cup final. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. I am Roya Zabin. You have just heard the headlines. Now news in details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has called for accelerating the integrated development of roads, railways, airways and waterways while keeping nature, the environment and rivers free from negative impacts. He made the call at the inter-ministerial meeting on the evaluation and strategic planning for the Central Integrated Multimodal Transport Sector Master Plan of Bangladesh, held at the State Guest House, Jamuna today. The chief advisor said our communication system is in a very chaotic state. If it is not brought under control quickly, the entire system will become a noose around the economy's neck. He said we must do this work without harming the environment. No harm should come to the rivers. The water must be kept calm, and we must remember that water is a great asset for us. In the meeting, the Road Transport and Highways Division presented a preliminary strategic plan which was prepared by the officials of the concerned ministry based on mutual coordination. This plan showed how the entire communication system of the country can be brought into a disciplined framework through the integration of all types of communication systems and where minor repairs and additions are necessary. It stated that significant improvement in this sector can be achieved through the proper utilization of the existing railway, waterways and roadways in the country, and in some cases by increasing their capacity to some extent. Planning Advisor Wahiduddin Mahmood, Road Transport and Bridges and Railways Advisor Muhammad Fazul Kabir Khan, Civil Aviation Tourism Advisor Sheikh Bashiruddin, Shipping Advisor Brigadier General Retired Dr. M. Shakawat Hussain, Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives Advisor Asif Mahmood Shaji Bhunya, Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor in charge of the Ministry of Road Transport and Bridges and the Ministry of Railways, Dr. Sheikh Moinuddin, Executive Chairman of Bangladesh Investment Development Authority BIDA and BIZA, Chaudhry Ashik Mahmood bin Harun, and Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor in charge of the Ministry of Posts, Telecommunications and Information Technology, Faiz Ahmed Tayyab, and concerned secretaries and senior officials were present. BNP-backed lawyers have demanded the reinstatement of the caretaker government system, declaring former Chief Justice Khairul Haque's verdict abolishing it as illegal. The demand was raised today during the 6th day of appeal hearings before a 7-member appellate division bench led by Chief Justice Dr. Syed Rifat Ahmed. Senior lawyer Zainul Abidin, along with several others, presented arguments in favor of restoring the caretaker system. Attorney General Mohammad Asaduzzaman represented the state during today's proceedings. The appellate division set next Tuesday for the continuation of the hearing. During the hearing, visiting Chief Justice of Nepal, Prakash Man Singh Raut, was present in the courtroom and observed the proceedings. The International Crimes Tribunal has formally framed charges and ordered the commencement of trials in 2 separate cases against Mahbubul Alam Hanif and Hassanul Haq Inu over crimes against humanity committed in Kushtia during the July uprising. The order was issued today by a 3-member judicial panel of International Crimes Tribunal 2, headed by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry. The other 2 members of the tribunal are retired District and Sessions Judge Mohammad Manjurul Basid and District and Sessions Judge Nur Mohammad Shariar Kabir. In the case against Mahbubul Alam Hanif and 3 others, the tribunal framed charges of murder of 6 people, conspiracy and incitement during the July movement in Kushtia. The tribunal set November 25 for the opening statements and the beginning of witness testimony. In another case, the same tribunal framed 8 charges, including 7 counts of murder against Hassanul Haq Inu for alleged crimes against humanity in Kushtia. The tribunal scheduled November 30 for the opening statement and the start of the witness examination. Later, Chief Prosecutor Mohammad Tajul Islam briefed reporters, stating that during the July movement, Hassanul Haq Inu advised the use of deadly weapons, including drones, in a phone conversation with Sheikh Hasina to suppress the uprising. Meanwhile, testimony continues in another crimes against humanity case related to the killing of 6 people in Dhaka's Chankarpul area during the July uprising. The case involves a former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman and 7 others. The testimony is being heard by a 3-member judicial panel of International Crimes Tribunal 1, led by Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Mojumdar. As of the latest update, on the 13th day of the testimony, the tribunal was recording the statement of Rokunuzzaman, the 21st prosecution witness and a seizure list witness. Earlier in the morning, 5 accused, including 4 already in custody in the Hassanul Haq Inu and Chankarpul murder cases, were produced before the tribunal. National Citizen Party NCP has agreed to take the water lily bud as its election symbol. NCP's Chief Coordinator Nasiruddin Patwari informed this to newsmen after meeting Chief Election Commissioner AMM Nasiruddin at Nirbachon Bhavan in the capital today. Senior Secretary of Election Commission Akhtar Ahmed, NCP's Joint Convener Khalid Saifullah and Joint Member Secretary Zahirul Islam Musa were present at the meeting. The NCP has agreed to take water lily bud as its symbol to help continue the journey of democracy and considering greater interest, added Nasiruddin Patwari. The Election Commission has published 3rd phase draft voter list ahead of the 13th Parliament election. According to the voter list, total number of voters stands at 12,76,12,384. EC Senior Secretary Akhtar Ahmed made the disclosure to the newsmen at Agargaon Nirbachon Bhavan in the capital today. He said the total male voters are 6,47,60,382, while female voters are 6,28,50,772. On the other hand, there are 1,230 third gender voters. He also said that the final voter list will be published after the claims and objections process. Executive Committee members of Bangladesh Secretariat Reporters Forum (BSRF) met with Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mohammad Mahfuz Alam on opening of a healthcare service at the Secretariat Clinic for the journalists came up for discussion at the meeting held at the Secretariat. Speaking on the occasion, Forum President Masudul Haq informed that the Public Administration Ministry has already decided to provide healthcare at the Secretariat Clinic for the accreditation card holder journalists covering Secretariat. However, the decision has not yet been implemented despite letter being sent to Health Service Department in this regard on December 22 in 2024. The BSRF president sought necessary cooperation from the Information and Broadcasting Advisor in this regard. Advisor Mohammad Mahfuz Alam assured to consider sincerely the proposals of the BSRF president. Working committee members of BSRF, including Vice President Mainur Hussain Pinno and General Secretary Ubaidullah Badul, were present. The National Committee reported that unlimited corruption and fraud have been found in the electricity purchase contracts under the Electricity Fuel Rapid Supply Enhancement Special Provisions Act enacted in 2010. The National Committee formed to review contracts executed under the Special Provisions Act handed over an interim report to Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Advisor Mohammad Fazul Kabir Khan at the Secretariat today. After handing over the report, the head of the National Committee High Court Judge, retired Moinul Islam Chaudhry, told journalists that the review found unlimited corruption, collusion, fraud and irregularities in the power purchase contracts. In reply to journalists' question about cancellation of electricity contract with Indian company of Adani, the advisor said without concrete evidence of corruption, compensation would have to be paid if the contract is cancelled. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman has emphasized the importance of launching a strong online service to enhance the party's reputation both at home and abroad. He said this while launching online payment gateway program of renewal of the party's membership and fresh member collection campaign at a hotel in the capital today. Presided over by BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, the event was addressed by party's central leaders. Tariq Rahman stated that casting of vote by the expatriates in the upcoming parliament election will add a new dimension. He alleged that a coordinated campaign is being carried out to prevent BNP from winning the upcoming election. Tariq Rahman urged the leaders and activists to remain united and vigilant against all conspiracies. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party (BNP) has announced a 9-day program to mark the upcoming National Revolution and Solidarity Day on November 7. Speaking to reporters after a joint meeting at the BNP's central office in Noya Palton, Dhaka, Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir shared details of the observance. He said attempts are being made to create instability and authoritarianism in Bangladesh, but the spirit of Bangladeshi nationalism can never be defeated. Mirza Fakhrul urged the leaders and activists of the BNP and its affiliated organizations to observe the day with due respect and significance. Senior central and metropolitan leaders of the BNP were present at the event. Significant advancements have been noted in investment facilitation initiatives across ministries and departments in Bangladesh. The updates were presented at the 5th Investment Coordination Committee meeting today, chaired by Lutfi Siddiqui, Special Envoy on International Affairs to the Chief Advisor. Bangladesh Bank Governor Ahsan H. Mansoor, Chief Advisor's Special Assistant for ICT Faiz Ahmed Tayyib, BIDA Executive Chairman Chaudhry Ashik Mahmood bin Harun, NBR Chairman Abdur Rahman Khan, along with various secretaries and private business stakeholders, also attended the meeting. The referendum may be held on the day of the national election or even earlier, but it should be left to the discretion of the government and the Election Commission, said Nahid Islam, convener of the National Citizen Party (NCP), at a press briefing held at the party's central office in Dhaka today. He added that no decision has been made regarding any alliance with BNP or Jamaat, and joining an alliance would not be possible unless they support reforms. Religious Affairs Advisor Dr. A.F.M. Khalid Hussain said that this year's Bisho Ijtima will be held after the national election instead of January for security reasons. He made the announcement today while speaking to reporters at the Secretariat after a meeting with both the Jubair and Saad factions. The advisor said the national election will be held as scheduled, adding that the interim government is preparing to ensure a free, fair and neutral election. Environment Advisor Saida Rizwana Hassan has emphasized the need for coordinated efforts among all stakeholders to ensure the construction of environmentally sustainable and livable buildings suited to local realities. She made the remarks today while speaking at a workshop on green building held at the Department of Environment in Dhaka. Department of Environment's Director General Dr. Kamruzaman moderated the workshop, while Environment Secretary Dr. Farhina Ahmed, World Bank Environmental Specialist Bushra Nishat, and representatives from the Public Works Department, Rajuk, and professional architects also spoke at the event. The advisor noted that regardless of whether buildings are termed green, sustainable or safe, compliance with fundamental urban planning standards is essential. She added that it is equally important to raise public awareness and encourage citizens to uphold aesthetic values, taste and environmental consciousness in urban development. This year's Natun Kuri journey began with nationwide auditions held across the country. Thousands of talented children and teenagers participated in this competition, showcasing their skills and creativity in 12 categories, including singing, dancing, acting, recitation, comedy, and Hamd Naat. On the second day of the final round, 31 contestants took the stage to perform in folk songs, Nazrul songs, patriotic songs, general dance and storytelling categories. After completing the grooming sessions and qualifying among the top 10, the young participants have now entered the final competition. Renowned artists, actors and judges from across the country have supported and guided the children throughout their preparation. They express that the young participants of Natun Kuri will play a remarkable role in the cultural arena of Bangladesh in the future. In this final round, a total of 127 contestants are competing with 5 finalists from each of the 12 categories. Now, international news.